Our next speaker is Eduardo Guerra from the University of Bolzano. And I'm actually not sure what he's going to present. It's a bit strange to me.
Okay, so that's the title of my presentation. You don't know how to read hieroglyphs? Okay, that's good, because after that we evolved for writing. So then our society after that kind of evolved the way we communicate, right? So how did the communication evolve after writing? So I pick up some news kind of from 10 years ago. People don't use words anymore. Teenagers tell us how to use emojis properly. So is there someone here that never used emojis for an answer? No, I just asking. I know. Okay, so and I have a friend that always answer me with emojis, right? So who here has a friend that always answer with emojis? Okay, okay. So I just asked her. I want to give you some examples to show how we can understand the ideas with the emoji. So I to be honest, I didn't even look at what she sent me, and let's see if we can together figure out what he was trying to say, right? So let's see. Where did the boy take you yesterday? Okay, I think we can get what she did, right? Where did he take you after? Okay. I think I also got what is happening. And let's see. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. But okay, we are talking about software engineering, software development, and what it have to do with that. Okay, so this is João, software developer, right? I choose this name because it's a very popular name in Brazil, and I found out recently that is the most difficult name for who is not a Portuguese native speaker to say. João. Don't try it right now, please. Okay, so João is trying to understand this code. If he works with code, he needs to understand. But sometimes he has the same reaction you have when I say, this is the title of my presentation, when he's looking at the code. He kind of, okay, this is something I need to decipher, right? So the idea here is to help João to understand better the code, and based on this understanding to be able to make better decisions when he's working with the code, right? So then our idea, connecting with the start of the presentation, is to put emojis in the code for that. And wait, I know that you are probably like that. What? I don't want these things in my code. It's already what people send me, right? It's already when my daughter just give me a thumbs up or something like that. I don't want that in my code. But wait, give me some time. I will explain that how it's going to work. But before that, I need to get into what is an identifier. An identifier is something that gives name to something. And then you use this identifier to refer to that something. Let's pick up something on the real world before going to code, right? So my name can be considered an identifier. So for instance, if you look in the page in the university, we'll have my name there, and this name will identify that's me. If you pick up, for example, in some news website, they will refer to me using my name. So this name there is what identify me. So that what connects the person they are talking about to me, right? In the code, identifiers give names to stuff, like name of classes, name of variables, name of methods, and we use this identifier, we want to refer to the class, to the method, to the variable. So when we give, and everybody that programs know that giving a good name, it's very important for code readability and understandability, right? So an important thing is that this name is not just to say, oh, the name is that, but as, for example, my name is used on the web page to refer to me. We also use the name of stuff when we want to refer to them in other parts of the code, right? So let's get back to the real world example. Imagine that instead of using my name, I put Eduardo with some emojis that can give you additional information about me. And the good thing is that this additional information can be automatically retrieved for some sources. For instance, from my ID, you can pick up I was born in Brazil. And maybe from my Google Scholar, you can pick up I worked with software engineering. And for Board Game Geek, you can pick up I'm a board game designer, right? So then all of this information, you can search the internet and find out. But if you have the emojis close to my name, when you look at them, you immediately know this, right? But how it's going to work with programming code, how we are going to put the emojis there, right? So the idea is that imagine that I have some analysis or for something I can, or I'm picking this in a source or I analyze the code. I say that a method is happy. Then I will put a smiley emoji close to that method. So in this sense, the emoji will be part of the identifier of that method. So, and that will be automatic. And then the good thing, and that's what it makes it different from, for example, when we have like warnings or the things we are used to, is that usually these warnings are on where they happen. And here, if we put a smiley on the method, because it's a happy method, when I use that method, the emoji will also be there. So everywhere this method is used, I use the identifier of this method, the emoji will be there, right? So now it's the part to make you less scary about this, is the fact that the emoji is not actually in the code, but it's in the code visualization. That means that it's kind of the same idea of, for example, a code highlighting. So you don't actually have colors in your code, but the IDE put the colors there. It's the same idea that we put the emojis there, right? But the actual code don't have emoji. Even if you can, like Java you can, but please don't. Let we add the emojis for you, right? So then you can see the emojis, but they are not actually in the code. And the good thing is you can also enable and disable the emojis you want, right? So then you don't have to see all of them. You can pick up the things you are interested in and just put them there. You don't need to have all the emojis at the same time. You can configure. Why? Because they are not in the code. They are just in the visualization. So in this case, it's really easy to put them in and off. If you are working with someone else in the same code base, one can choose to see one type of emoji and the other one don't, and that's fine, right? Okay, so we do have a plugin for IntelliJ called Codeemoji, right? It has a lot of features. I will talk about some of them, not all of them, because I will not have time here. And to make it fun, I welcome you to the What the is that emoji show. So yeah, so we are going to answer some questions. Okay, so let's pick up some things and let's see if you can understand what is this emoji about. Did you understand what the teacher are talking about? And someone send you this. What does this emoji mean? She's holding something. She wants to dance, like, I don't know. She doesn't know, or she's about to clap. So which one do you think it's right? So please raise your hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Okay, so she doesn't know. That's the right answer. Congratulations. And we use, for example, this emoji for bad naming. So when something is confusing. In this case, for example, we have a getter method that does not return anything. So, okay, something is wrong. For example, when we have plural names for individual stuff, or singular name for lists. So we do have a lot of these name convention breaking things that we add the emoji, right? And you can see that it's actually very useful if you are using a method that does not have the expected convention to see that. Okay, so let's go for our next question. Hey, when I went yesterday to that new pizza place, what is the size of the pizza there? So what this emoji means, pizza was big, pizza has elephant meat, the pizza was sacred, or an elephant eat his pizza. So which one you think it is? 1, 2, 3, 4? No, I'm sorry, the elephant did not eat your pizza. The first one is the correct one. And we use this for example, showing that a method is large and complex. So then you can see the elephant emoji there. Not only the method is declared, but also when it's used. And we do have other emojis about structural things in your code. For example, that's an emoji to see if your method invokes some external library, or if it's a simple getter or a simple setter. Let's go to the last one. Okay, this one is, see the name, it's Darling. So, okay, where are you? This is from Darlings, usually not good, right? I stopped to drink some beers with my friends. I'm going to get my car now to drive home. And you receive that. What that means? He used a wrong punctuation. Oh, you should use exclamation. This is dangerous. He will see signs like this in the road. She likes triangles. So what do you think, it's the right one? Yes, it's dangerous. Yes, you should know about this. And in our code, we use this emoji to show when we have methods that are invoking libraries with known vulnerabilities. So then you can see this. I think now it's not going to work because I put an animated GIF. I forgot we export in PDF. But if you go to the website, we do have some animations there that you can see that you type the code, and once it matches some of the rules, the emoji is already there, right? So it really appears in the code almost automatically. So then it's really not, you don't need to save or something. It's really fast how it enters. And so one of the reasons I want to present it here is to also make a call for participation on the project. We do have some technology innovation in a sense that we are changing the way you look and work in the code by adding some new insightful information there. It has to do not only with programming, but also with communication and cognition. It might have a high impact because imagine how many different types of information you don't have available in front of you when you are coding that you can have like this. And we also conduct some case studies and surveys to kind of scientifically evaluate the effects of this. And what is about the future, right? So maybe instead of those hieroglyphs in the code that you have to actually decipher, maybe I can see a code with some images, maybe even hieroglyphs, but the ones that instead will help you to understand better your code. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Eduardo. We have about a minute left for questions. Do we have any questions in the audience? No show of hands? Yes?
Before you ask, I don't need elephant meat, so.
Do you see the possibility for a VS Code extension too?
Yes, like we did, one of the things we choose IntelliJ for doing it is because it has an API for inlay hints that allow us to put stuff in the code that are not actually there. But yeah, I think VS Codes also have something similar to that, and yeah, I think it will be possible. Actually, I think like before we doing Codeemoji, like the first prototype we tried was with VS Code, so I'm pretty sure it's possible.